Day everyone. I am truly honored to be standing here today. I want to take this moment to share a thought that I hope we can all reflect on and maybe even take action on. We're going to talk a little bit about what's going on in the world that makes such extreme poverty persist. But better, we're going to talk about what's changing that, and I'll ask you to join me in rebelling against the idea that it can end. I want you to close your eyes for just a moment. Imagine waking up in the morning with an empty stomach and knowing there's nothing to eat, not just for you, but for your whole family. Imagine wanting to go to school but not having shoes, books, and even the bus fare to get there. For over 700 million people around the world, this is not imagination, it's reality. Poverty is not just a lack of money. Poverty is a lack of choices, a lack of opportunities, and often a lack of hope. I remember when I was in elementary. There were days when it was hard to go to school because I didn't have enough allowance. Lunchtime was the hardest part. While everyone else was buying snacks and food, all I had was my bottled water. I felt a lack of energy and I felt a little bit ashamed. But I also remember a kind neighbor who noticed. She didn't have much, but she would sometimes share a little something with me, just so I could have a snack. That simple act of kindness was a reminder that even when you have nothing, there's always a chance for dignity and for a little bit of help. This is what poverty looks like, not just in far off countries, but in our own lives in communities. As the great leader Mahatma Gandhi once said, poverty is the worst form of violence. He reminded us that poverty doesn't just hurt a person's body, it hurts their spirit. It takes away their hope and their chance to live a full life. We are incredibly lucky, aren't we? We have the privilege of being here in a safe and warm space with enough to eat and the incredible opportunity to get an education. For us, these are simple facts of lives. But as you've just heard, this is not the reality for so many. This is why I want to talk about the first of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, which is no poverty. The numbers are difficult to fully grasp. The World Bank estimates that hundreds of millions of people still live in extreme poverty. But this isn't an issue that is too big for us to handle. We have the power to change this, and we must. Because a world with poverty is a world that is unstable for all of us. As a Nobel laureate and social activist Desmond Tutu wisely said, do your little bit of good where you are. It's those little bits of good put together that overwhelm the world. Poverty is not just about survival, it's about being trapped. Without proper education, good health, or decent work, the cycle of poverty continues from one generation to the next. Is It's a systemic issue that robs individuals of their potential and holds entire communities back. When poverty exists, society loses about out of the talents, dreams, and contributions of millions of people. The journey to end poverty might be long and complicated, but it is not impossible. Our generation has a unique chance to be the one that truly makes a difference. Let's not just talk about a better future. Let's build it together with our knowledge, our actions, and our voices. What small step can you take today to bring us closer to a world with no poverty? I am Angel Mayurpal and I believe we can be the change.